Hello everybody, welcome back again to the channel. It's a beautiful fall day. You can see some of the colors behind me. Same location, just the same, it's a little bit different angle. Anyway, we are going to talk about a few things today. Well, camouflage. I like camouflage. So hang in there, be right back with you. Welcome back again to the channel, everybody. And before we get started, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, because there's a lot of you who are not subscribed, who are just watching my videos. I'd appreciate it. It would really help me out a whole lot. And share with your friends and enemies, because we all have friends and we all have enemies. And they deserve to watch my videos also. Why not? And give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Now, before we get going on with this video, let's talk about the comments down below. I answer every comment. And sometimes you have people who make negative comments. Well, I want to talk to them first, okay? The negative comments you make are, some of them are quite snide, I would say. And for example, one gentleman left a comment that my videos were too much talking and not enough showing. Well, I don't know what planet he's from, but you know, I tend to talk and I tend to try to explain and want people to understand better what I'm about, what I do, and this kind of stuff. And so I do apologize if you felt like I spoke too much. But I think you also quit my channel immediately, so I do unsubscribe. So I do. I'm sorry to see someone unsubscribe, but you know, it happens, and sadly, it's part of this game. Okay, but you know what? Hey, if you don't like it, you don't like what the topic, you don't like what information you're getting, it's totally understandable. I've also unsubscribed to channels, and I can give you a list of them because I felt like I could not support a lot of what they were doing and saying. So I decided that I need to unsubscribe from some channels that are very popular, by the way, like Wrangler Star. Anyway, the second one is I had a comment. I made a video about my Russell moccasin boots, and there's a gentleman who, I don't know if he's offended by it or what the problem is with him, but yes, these are very expensive boots. It's something that I've been saving up for and waiting on for a long, long time to get. I'm 100% happy with my Russell moccasin, except for I chose the wrong size. That's the only negative side about it, I would say, when it comes to my Russell moccasin boots. But you know what? If you feel like that they're too expensive for what you're getting, okay, you know, no big deal. I understand that, and I have nothing against that. You know, it's, everybody has a right to believe or feel or do however they want to, but you know, when it comes to me, I'm pretty happy with what I got, and I will continue singing their praises until I'm no longer happy. Anyway, and I get no endorsement from Russell Moccasin. Yeah, they have it's a new owner, but you know what? He's much more active, I would say, in the community. Russell Moccasin is sort of like a company that, sort of like Porsche out of Germany, the car company. They've never done publicity, just none. And they make a car that's on an excellent level when it comes to quality, but they're also, you pay for that quality. But if you go to Germany, you'll see more Porsches on the route than you will see pickups in Texas. I promise you. But it's made for speed. It's made for what it does. And a lot of people buy them because it's also a huge amount of quality behind it. So Russell Moccasin was sort of like that too. And now that they've changed ownership to a younger group, we're seeing that influencing when it comes to publicity and stuff. They are reaching out more to customers. They're doing more to talk to customers. They're developing their boot lines completely different now. At one time, you had to do a sizing thing just to get a pair of those boots. Now they're made to fit. They make them to just generally sized. They don't do any more special sizing anymore. And yes, I ordered these boots, which came immediately within a week. But the second pair I ordered is taking 10 to 12 weeks. Why? It's because it's a special made boot, not for sizing, but for they're making a very limited amount of them just for those people who are ordering them. So it takes a bit longer. They cut all the boots at one time. There's a process, okay? And they do all the cutting at one time. Once the cutting's done, then they begin assembling the boots, actually. So let's get back on to my video. that we're currently talking about, and I do apologize for all the blah, blah, blah. Let's get back to the cha-cha-cha. Anyway, I am a camouflage guy. I love camouflage. You look behind me right here. When I look behind me, I see the German P camouflage from World War II with all the colors you see, these autumn colors. I see that, okay, which very much influenced the camouflage that we use today, because it was sort of a digitalized camouflage. Well, we're starting to meld, you know, because we made some mistakes when it comes to camouflages in the 2000s, where we went from the woodland and the desert camouflage to the I think it's called ACU camouflage, which was this digital gray blue camouflage, which, I mean, the only place you could basically protect your camouflage yourself, conceal yourself, was in your grandmother's or your great grandmother's living room on one of the couches. And then someone posted pictures about it after I'd mentioned that, and it was fantastic. Anyway, then we moved into the multicam, which I found to be a really good color variety, but I also found that the color pattern is very small, and I do like the scorpion pattern much better. It's a much woodland type, I would say, not pattern, but a size, I would say. And I find it to be a much better version, the scorpion pattern, to the standard multicam pattern. I think it's a much better camouflage pattern. And luckily the US military is using it now, along with many other countries, not just the US military. Well, a multicam has derived, you know, several patterns. They have an alpine, which is a white. They have a tropical, which is a green. They have an arid, which is more of a desert color. Then they have the standard multicam, which is it's not necessarily a woodland color, but you know, it works very well in the woodlands, and it works really well in the fields and this kind of stuff all year round. As long as soldiers maintain new uniforms, it works. The moment you start seeing the uniforms are really bleached out, like what you see with the Marines, their camouflage, once it bleaches out, it doesn't work anymore. It's unsustainable. And I remember being in the Army wearing the woodland pattern, the jungle pattern and the woodland pattern, and the jungle pattern would get much lighter as time goes on, and so would the woodland pattern. So I constantly maintained a go-to-war uniform, not a training uniform, but a go-to-war uniform was my woodland, and I washed one time, so all the stuff sewed up on it, washed one time woodland uniform, which I maintained several of those for go-to-war, okay? Now, because of my love for camouflage, I found a company, and you've seen videos previously of the Ghost Camo, which I presented actually. And I found this new company, not brand new, but they're pretty new. It's called NUTSOF, NUTSOF. And they're a Canadian company, and they produce a really nice camouflage. It's not a camouflage pattern. What they've done is they've taken basically lightweight denier camouflage patterns or material, which is, and they've laser cut sheets of it to fit rucksacks and to fit helmets. And I have purchased, now they have like they refer to them as a Northern European, Northern American version, which is our mountain version, which is much greener. Then you have a lower states, which is the multicam, standard multicam, which is lighter. Then you have the alpine, which is or the winter, which is wider. And I'm thinking about ordering some of the winter ones also, just to touch it. I haven't seen it physically, and I've been wanting to. But and when it snows around here, it's nice to have something like that. But anyway, what do I think about camouflage patterns? Well, you know what? There's a multitude of things to use camouflage patterns for. Of course, being a soldier. And when you're a soldier, you think of what camouflage is supposed to do for you. You know what you need camouflage to do for you. Okay, you think about the size, the shape, the silhouette, the shine, and the smell. I think there are 5: size, shape, silhouette, shine, and smell. That's them. Okay, did I say size? What's size? Anyway, I'll look at my list. You think of these 5 things, okay? And color, you know, is part of that, you know. And 5 S's: size. No, not size. I think shine, silhouette. Anyway, I'll put it down below. can't remember right now. I just wrote it down because I was trying to make sure I didn't forget about it. But anyway, and so what they've come up with is this camouflage pattern like it's right here, you see. It's very leafy looking, okay? And, you know, what do you want to use it for besides being a soldier? But if you're a hunter, this would work great. It'll break up your silhouette and definitely break up all the other things, the color scheme, this kind of stuff. But also if you're a photographer and you do nature photography, you want to hide out. And I've actually helped a lot of nature photographers to help build caches. I've taught courses on how to do it and how to camouflage themselves very quickly without having to put on all of the camouflage face paint, this kind of stuff, and have sort of hides or have themselves mobile hides so they can walk around wearing this stuff, and then if they see something, can stop and take pictures or get close as they can to it. Smell, that's the thing you gotta sort of break up. Anyway, but anyway, they came up with this system right here, and if you see it, you see the way it's built up. It's actually a complete sheet laid out. I'm gonna show you what's laid out with the backpack version. This is the helmet or the hat version, the head version. I also have the backpack version, and I'll show you that to you too. But anyway, so let's move on to the next part of this video. When you get this sheeting right here, it comes in, this comes with 4, 5, 6 pieces, okay? And I had to actually add this piece right here to it. It comes with elastic band, so and you have to run this through. If you see these little holes right here, you run this through all the way around, okay? And once you've done that, you have these pieces which will help attach to your helmet, which I found another way of attaching it to your boonie hat, which is good. And so once you got it all together, it crunches up into like an oval shape, a dome shape right here, okay? So that's basically the layout. Now, like I said, I put this on it right here. You don't necessarily need it. You could just tied it up right there. But I did this right here so I could tighten it up around other type of headgear if I wanted to. I can tighten up even more. Like, for example, something else I want to show you. So what you do is you put this on, and then you have these pieces that are attached to it, and you have to figure out where you're going to attach them onto it. And they have a double-sided Velcro, so you can attach on the inside of your Mitch helmet, okay? And you see right here, it attaches in, and then of course the other parts, they attach to it, okay? So then you get what you see here, okay? Now you can then adapt this, adjust it, this part of the system right here to where it fits around your helmet a little better. Okay, like I've done, you can do all this right here and if you have like optics or if you have other things attached to your helmet, it sort of makes, you have the room for it if you have other helmets. And what it does primarily is it really just breaks up that pattern that you see on the outside. Okay, so this is how it looks on my head. Of course, I got a pretty big head, but this is how it looks. This is a standard Mitch helmet, Mitch 2000. And here you can see as we walk around how it looks. And you see how it really breaks things up in the woodline. It's a little bit darker than what you see here, but actually I think it works really well because it's gonna help break up, and you do have a lot of spruce here in the forest here. So I think it'll break it up really well, and it gives you what you see here, okay, which is a standard combat helmet with this system. And you can also cut through it if you have night division vise, which I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I don't need that kind of stuff, and don't care about having any of it. And here in Switzerland, you have to have a permit to even purchase it. So anyway, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is the tropical multicam tropical. Then I thought about, listen, I would probably more likely to wear a boonie hat than a helmet if I'm in the woods. And as you can see, you see the silhouette, you see how it looks. So I think this, and I don't think I've come up with some grand idea, but I think that I can attach this to this thing right here and use it to also stalk or move around or photograph or whatever in the woods using my boonie. There you go, okay? It's what I did is the 4 attachment pieces, I slid those back up through, and you can sort of see it, I guess, right here. I slid it back up through the webbing on the boonie hat, and if you don't have it, I guess you could work something out. And then it just sits up on the boonie hat, as you see right here. Okay, all right, and it breaks up that pattern a little bit. Okay, of course, if it feels longer, it would be better, and you could do that. You could actually open it up and let it drape on the back, but I think it's fine the way it is, like it's right here. And then if I want to, I could take it off very quickly, turn my boonie hat inside out like this right here, stick it in my bag, like this right here, and it would be protected, okay? So that's the idea, the concept behind this, okay? I like this whole concept. I wish we had this in the Army instead of we were making them with mop hats, you know, basically using scrim, this kind of stuff, doing this kind of stuff, or using vegetation, this right here. And I mean, I don't know, I guess it does make some noise. I just think that anything was going to make noise, you know, especially if you're running. You have to worry about, of course, getting caught up maybe on a lot of this right here. But this is a completely updated version of what we've had, what we've used, and what exists out there. I like it. I like it so far. But anyway, I got to assemble the backpack version, and maybe in a later video I'll show that to you, especially in comparison with the ghost camos that I have, just to give you an idea of how they look. And but anyway, it's basically right here, but on steroids. It's much bigger. It's made for a 30 to 70 liter rucksack, and it comes with a big elastic band and the other stuff. Another thing this company did, they sent you a bunch of stickers, and they sent me a patch, which I enjoy the patch anyway. But I didn't bring the patch out here with me. I mean, I think I brought some stickers. One second, I'll show it to you. Back, this is their sticker, and the patch looks exactly the same way. Okay, it's a peanut. I don't know why they call themselves Nuts SOF. I guess SOF is Special Operations Forces Nuts. I don't know. I'm gonna look more into that. Maybe if I find it, I'll put it down in below, and I'll give you some links to their channel, to their page. It's not very expensive, this stuff isn't either. It's actually pretty well done. It's a laser cut, which is really nice, and I'm thinking of maybe trying to reproduce it myself, just to see if I can with a knife, you know, just basically lay it out, draw the pattern out, and see if I can't do it myself on some Denira and see how that looks. Anyway, if I can, hey, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do apologize that it's running a little bit longer, especially a bunch of my blah, 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 but I hope the cha-cha-cha was worth it. And again, you know, share with your friends and enemies, subscribe to my channel. You know, look, we're almost there. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, okay? We're not very far off. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would get out there and share with all your friends and enemies and help grow the channel. And is there anything you want to talk about, please let me know. Send me a message. Leave comments down below. I get lots of messages from guys all the time. Not so many girls. I guess women just aren't interested in these channels, according to my Facebook analytics, actually. But anyway. Hope you enjoy it. See you again for the next video. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Bye.